What do you guys need to do to get the first goal in a game? It's been a while. Is that anything you put your finger on?
Um, you need to score. You need to put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, that's the easy answer. Um, I need to capitalize on chances. I think if there's reference to the New Mexico game, I think we created enough to do that and get the first goal. But we need to get back to that trait that we have. I agree with it, and it's something that I just said probably about 10 minutes ago to the team. So we need to be the more threatening team when we go out there. We need to find that needs to be our MO a bit coming more into it.
Brian, we're meeting with you guys a little bit later in the week because of the holiday. What's the attitude been like these past now three training sessions?
Great attitude, great response, great wake up call. The boys have responded well. I've seen a little bit more intensity, a little bit more juice, and a little bit more competition. So it's been a fantastic response.
Kind of along those lines, I mean, can a loss after a long winning streak or an unbeaten streak, is it a point of recalibration in a way, and kind of can maybe help you improve moving forward even?
Yeah, I think from not only the players but the staff, right? There's things that you go into a little bit more detail, and look how you can improve your team. Now, if we get a penalty from Lucho Sognac and win that game 1-0, no one's saying anything. But now we can look into a little bit more detail. Look on like this gentleman's question, the first one. Okay, how can we get this first goal a little bit more? And there's areas that we've seen, and I think for me, I look at it as a positive. Like I said, it's a wake-up call. It brings us a little bit more grounded and know that we have a lot more work to do.
Just on Monterey Bay, I'm sure, were you going over a little bit of a scouting report with the guys just now, and just kind of what do they look like? I know in the top half of the table in the West, obviously.
Yeah, we have this after this meeting. I watched their game yesterday. They're a team that scores a lot of their goals on transition. And unfortunately, against New Mexico, we conceded the game winner on transition. So we need to be super disciplined when we have the ball. We need to be organized, and we need to be structured in a way to be successful when we do lose the ball, because we will lose the ball throughout 90 minutes, in order to minimize their threat. So that's what they're about. They score a lot of their goals off offensive transition, and they have dangerous pieces that capitalize on that. And that's where they've been successful at.
I know you really don't follow the standings, Brian, but with this loss, with the way other results, there wasn't much harm done as far as the standings go. You guys are still in second place, and it's something we hardly ever talk about. But near the halfway point of the season, you're high up in the standings. How does that fit into the big realm of things?
Yeah, we want to win each game, and that's our standards, and that's good teams have that type of standard, right? I think we've played 16 games, and we have some games in hand with some of the other results, as many as 3, maybe 2 with some. But I just think we've had a good first half of the season. Now the first half is done, coming up. Now we need to continue that and have a good second half of the season, and then have a good playoff run as well.
Couple quick questions on Mark Navarro, who they're bringing today. I guess just first of all, he's got an incredible resume. How'd you get him here?
Yeah, he was signed here before I came in, So I think the story that I've heard is that he had a few players from Spain that he spoke with that came to the league, and some suggested that El Paso would be a good fit for him, both from the footballing side and a cultural side. With the language barrier as well, and that's kind of how it worked. He came last season. I think he trained with the team a bit and wanted to check it out, and that was pretty simple from him getting him here. As far as what I've been told, I was not involved in it.
What does it mean to have a guy with that kind of experience just in the clubhouse?
Well, I think on the field it's a guy, and I do a lot of tactics, and on the field probably more than many people in this league, to be fair, but he's someone that's used to that, and it's normal for him being in the levels that he's been at. So that's super positive, because he will say this is nothing, to be honest. I think he's a good role model for our younger players. He's a fantastic person. You would never know that this guy played in the Premier League or La Liga. He's super down to earth, and he gives a lot of leadership and a lot of guidance to our young players, which is super positive.
I just had one last one. I know
Yeah.
you said, last week Petar was feeling healthier, just needed to work on fitness and everything. How's that going, and kind of do you expect him to maybe see him on Saturday?
Yeah, he's trained. He's fully training, and so he'll be available for selection. So he's ready to go. We wanted to be a bit more cautious last week, as he only had a few sessions coming back from his injury. But I wanted to get him through this week, and so far so good. So he'll be available for selection against Monterey. Thanks, guys.